tonight.
What's up, guys? It is Thursday, about 7:30 p.m. right now. Just got here to the gym, and what I am going inside to do today is deadlifts and arms. Now you might say, Tregg, you're not doing deadlifts and squats? I know, I've done deadlifts and squats on the same day. Like, my leg days have been very primarily focused on deadlifts and squats for like the past 2 years, but I want to try switching up my deadlifts and my squats a little bit. That way they're not necessarily affecting each other too much on the same day, because a lot of times I feel super fatigued if I start with my deadlifts, then like my squats feel a little messed up. If I start with my squats, and my deadlifts feel a little fatigued. So I'm just going to try to split them up a little bit for the near future and just kind of test it out a little bit. But I'm about to take my pre-workout right now. What I am taking today is 1 scoop of the GAT Sport NitroFlex. Just going to take this straight to the face so it hits me super fast. Now, do I recommend taking your pre-workout like this? No, because it's like, think about this. All of this right here. Wow. Woo. Well. Wow. NitroFlex is strong. I can... Good grief. Whatever pre-workout you're taking right now, if it's not doing the trick, that'll do it. So, pre-workout is down. Got to head inside, hit some deadlifts, and then some arms afterwards, just to finish off my workout, and then going to see Logan Lucky. I think it's Logan Lucky Logan. I can't remember which of the. Yeah, I'm going to see that movie tonight. So, but head inside, get this workout in. See you guys in the gym. Alright guys, so done at the gym. All I did was record my deadlifts because it was pretty full in the gym. So all I did was record my deadlifts, and then I hit some arms after that, and then I finished off with some stretching and then just a little bit of cardio. I did 10 minutes on the Stairmaster. But whenever I'm on the Stairmaster, I'm either going through like Snapchats or Instagram DMs or Facebook messages, or just scrolling through social media. And a question I have been asked a lot lately has been from a certain demographic that I myself used to be a part of, which is a skinny, very kind of like ectomorphic young teen boy. And I get asked a lot about, how do you gain size? How do you get more defined? How do you get like a six-pack? And all of these questions are so specific for that age group that is like 14 to 18. And if you are a young male that is trying to put on size and you want that six-pack, you want this defined muscle, I feel like social media has kind of warped your thinking, because you see somebody who is 24, somebody who is 30 years old, those people that you look up to on Instagram or YouTube or whatever, and they have that muscle maturity, they have that size, they have that bulk that you want. And you see that finished result, you see that product that has been worked on for many, many years. For example, myself, I've been working out for 11 years now. 11 years I've been working out, And right now I float right around 160 pounds, relatively like 11% body fat. So I'm not like a huge guy, but when I was in high school, I was one of 2 kids on my entire football roster. When I was a freshman in high school, I was one of 2 kids on the entire roster that was under 100 pounds. So I know what it's like to be in those shoes of somebody that is struggling to gain weight, somebody that's struggling to put on size. But you have to realize that you have to build that muscle first. If you don't take time to build that muscle, you're not going to have that muscle maturity. You're not going to have that mass to kind of peel off that body fat, to see that six-pack, to see those defined biceps, to see that bigger chest. You have to take the time, eat a lot of food, put in that work with heavy weight. Don't get don't get so hung up on I want that six-pack. If you are young, you're 14 to 18, those things should not matter. The things that should matter should be building that foundation, because if you do not build that foundation first, that foundation of muscle, then you're not going to be able to see those different things, like to see those abs, to see that chest, to see those biceps when you are 21, 22, 23, 24, however old, because you have not spent that time to build that muscular foundation. So stop getting so hung up on wanting all those specific things that you see on Instagram or YouTube. Because 10 years ago, when Instagram and YouTube didn't exist, the only people you saw like in the fitness world were either people that you saw in a magazine or people that were upperclassmen or guys that were like coming back to school to work out at the weight room or whatever, that you've seen mature, that you've seen put in that time. And you didn't have these warped ideas of these like super shredded, these super huge guys that you see on social media. So 10 years ago, guys had more realistic goals because they could kind of have a better idea of, okay, these are the things I need to do to realistically get here, because I see that person in person of what they really look like. They don't have filters in person. They don't have the structure turned way up in person. They don't have the sharpness turned way up in person. Like, you see a real result of a real person there. And I feel like it's so important for that age group. Again, I'm talking to you guys. I'm not talking about somebody that's 20, somebody that's 30 that's trying to like lose weight, or somebody that has already put on that muscle that's trying to shed down body fat. I'm talking to you specifically. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18-year-olds that are just getting started, or that might have already been lifting for a year or two. Continue building on that foundation. You shouldn't be worrying about getting cut or shredded at that age. You should be worrying about getting bigger, getting stronger, building that foundation. Because without that foundation, you're never going to be able to get to be that person that you see on Instagram or YouTube or whatever on social media. So you got to build that foundation first, because trust me, myself, like, I started on building that foundation. When I was in high school, I didn't worry about having a six-pack. I wanted to be bigger, faster, and stronger. Why? Because that's what makes you a better athlete. Having a six-pack, having huge biceps, having a huge chest, whatever, that's not going to make you a better athlete. That's not going to make you faster on the track. That's not going to make you more explosive on the basketball court. That's not going to make you be able to jump higher and catch a, trust me. If you want to be bigger, faster, and stronger, eat a ton of food. Like, eat a lot and lift heavy with good form. Don't just lift heavy and sacrifice your form, but that's a whole different other topic. So again, I'm talking to that age group there that is in high school, that is training to be a better athlete. A six-pack's not going to make you a better athlete. Having that shredded physique at 16, 17, or 18 is not going to necessarily help you as much as continuing to build on that physique at that age. So take the time, build on your foundation, and you're going to see way better results down the road if you take that time and really put in that work when you're 16, 17, and 18. So again, I get asked so often, like, how do I get this or that? And I come to find out, oh, you're 16 years old, you're 125 pounds. It's like, take the time, build muscle, and then when you're 18, 19, or 20, then you can start to more worry about shaping your physique after you've built that foundation. But just wanted to kind of answer that question that I get asked a lot, because I know myself, I've been in those shoes when I was that age. But yeah, about to head and go get some food and then head to the movies, and I'll see you guys in the next clip. Alright guys, so home, getting ready to head to the movies. What I had for a post-workout meal was one of these Weight Watchers, smart ones, $2 at Walmart, and if you guys are in a hurry, they're so easy and convenient. 300 calories in this. Macros are 4 grams of fat, 45 carb, and 20 grams of protein. Now I'm about to head to the movies, like I said, so got to take myself a snack, and my snack of choice while cutting, you guys already know, is a pure protein bar, 21. I'm like sniffly or something, but 21 grams of protein in this. And like I said before, if you're younger, don't worry too much about your macros. Just make sure you're eating a lot of protein and eating a lot of food that is high in protein. That's redundant. Let's go to the movies. Going to see Logan Lucky. I'm pumped for this one. See you guys afterwards.
You Logans mustn't be as simple-minded as people say.
People say that?
Would you give me my arm, please?
Is it this one?
Alright guys, so just got done seeing Logan Lucky, and man, that movie was good. Like the amount of big name people in that movie, like I knew that it had like Channing Tatum, Adam Driver, Daniel Craig, like I knew it had a bunch of big names in it, but like Hilary Swank and Seth MacFarlane, who else was in it? I mean, it was just jam-packed with big names, and the movie was, it was so good. It's definitely one of my favorites of the year, like easily one of my favorites of the year. It was just so smart, and like everything in the movie had a purpose. And if you guys are like fans of heist films, this is right down your alley. And like I think I liked this movie a little bit more because like the movie was kind of like they were trying to steal something. They were trying to make a big like heist or steal money from a NASCAR track. Like I'm pretty sure they showed that in the trailers, but so the movie was very centered around NASCAR, and it was like a bunch of hillbilly redneck type of actors and actresses. Like there's the characters they were playing, and I don't know if it's just because I grew up in like small town northern Indiana where everybody's favorite sport was NASCAR, but like I could relate to those characters so well, and like every single character in that movie, I could almost like I could remember a person from like in Indiana that was like a character in this movie, and I just thought it was a really fun, smart, funny movie, and there's not enough of those made nowadays. It was so unique, and I absolutely had so much fun with it, and I definitely recommend going to see Logan Lucky. It was a blast. It was fun. Great acting in this movie, and again, one of my favorites of the year. I cannot wait to either see this again or get it on Blu-ray. Like, I loved it. It is right up there with Baby Driver, and I can't say enough good things about this movie. I just had so much fun with it. But head home. I'll see you guys there. Alright guys, so home from the movies, just got done showering, got myself a bowl of popcorn, and going to relax now. And the end of this video is for my Star Wars and Game of Thrones nerds. Why? Why Star Wars, you might ask? Well, they just announced that a Obi-Wan Kenobi movie is a go. There's a green light for an Obi-Wan Kenobi movie, and I couldn't be more excited. Why? Because I'm holding out hope that the main villain in this Obi-Wan Kenobi movie will complete the trilogy, and by trilogy I mean the greatest lightsaber fights in Star Wars history. We've already seen Obi-Wan win once in Episode 3. We saw Vader win once in Episode 4. I would love to see them fight again in this movie. Now, you might say, Tregg, why would it make sense for Vader to be the main villain in this Obi-Wan movie? Well, in my I'm going to live stream again very soon on PlayStation Network, and I'll explain that if somebody asks me why I think Vader is the perfect villain for an Obi-Wan movie, and it makes sense. But now I'm about to watch some Game of Thrones, and why I am going to talk to you guys about Game of Thrones is because when I started watching Game of Thrones about a month ago, everybody that had been already caught up on Game of Thrones told me 3 episodes that I have to give my review on. 3 episodes that are fantastic. One is in Season 3. It is the Red Wedding. I gave you guys my reaction to that. I don't remember if I gave my reaction on here or on Snapchat for the episode in Season 5, which was Hard Home, which if you guys know that episode, which is episode 8, absolutely fantastic. And now tonight, we're in Season 6, episode 9, Battle of the Bastards. And everybody's told me, Tregg, we want to know what you think of this episode. So, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to let you guys know what I think. So, here we go. Kill him. Oh my god. John could really use a dragon right now. You got a giant, but what else do you do? You've got a giant and Jon Snow. Checkmate. Oh, shit. What a beast. Oh! That was a good episode. How a television show has that kind of budget is beyond me, but wow. That was epic. That battle was better than the final battle in the 3rd Hobbit movie. And think about how much money they had for that movie. That was a good episode. Great episode. Show's so good. You know, I watched Breaking Bad and I did my reaction to the finale about a month and a half ago at this point on my channel. And I am 1 episode away from being done with Season 6 of Game of Thrones. And I have to say, like, I don't think there's a better show than Game of Thrones. Breaking Bad was tight and concise, and it had a very good story that had an ending that meant something, that wasn't drawn past however long it was supposed to go. It was perfect. It ended exactly when it was supposed to. But I think Game of Thrones is just is king. It's king of television. But yeah, I loved the episode, but that's going to end this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, go hit that red subscribe button. Drop a comment down below. Who do you guys think the villain in the Obi-Wan Kenobi movie should be? I'm kind of curious. But nonetheless, it's going to end the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.